And let's bring in ABC News security contributor, former UK national security official Steve Hill for more. Steve, Iran is now warning it will strike U.S. bases in Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Turkey if the U.S. attacks Iran. Would that trigger an all-out war?
Good morning, Diane. The fact is that this is a desperate regime. Their tactics domestically do seem to have had success, but these are tactics of brutality, of surveillance, of shutting down the internet, which have fractured any trust, any confidence with the people of Iran. They are on the back hill. So if the US and allies were to take military action against Iran, there is a risk that they will do something desperate, something unpredictable, which would not be in their long-term interests. But I think, as Ian was just saying, that there are other options for the US and allies, which include enforcing the oil sanctions. The oil industry is critical to Iran, so that the Russian shadow fleet cannot operate any longer, and showing the sort of support the president has been showing for opposition forces, and promising what could be a new tomorrow in a way that the current unsustainable course by the Iranian regime is not able to address. This is not sustainable for them. They are desperate. They are in a corner. But I don't think that at the moment the military option looks like the best one.
And Steve, on Greenland, President Trump says anything less than acquiring it would be unacceptable. So what does that mean for Vice President Vance as he meets with top officials from Denmark and Greenland today?
Well, I think there are three factors at play here. The first is the defense one, and it's very clear that whatever the US would like to do from Greenland, it will be allowed to do that. Secondly, there are the rare earth minerals that sit in Greenland, where again, there have, I think, been some environmental pushback. There's suggestions that the Chinese have been exploiting these. The Americans, I think, would like to have a greater kind of say, greater control over these. Again, that seems absolutely achievable by diplomacy. But the third part of this is frankly about ego. It's about, does the US actually need to have that US flag planted in Greenland? That will be very damaging both to NATO and to the Western Alliance. It doesn't seem to be in US interest to do that, but it is the option. That's a maximalist. The question is this putting it on the table in order to get a lesser outcome in the end?
All right, Steve Hill, always great to have your analysis. Thank you.